Welcome to Sol's weird trip. Uh, Hold on, I'm just gonna look up and see where Sol's weird trip is for me, so we can get that taken care of and straightened out, and I can wear the appropriate vest. So what was I thinking about again? My brain is just so out of it today. I want to search there. I want to look for a cell. Really? Only the first one I uploaded? How weird. Go on. Surely I'll find the reason for these questions. God damn it, I love our use of titles. Okay, well, we'll have to figure it out. We'll have to decide for it. We'll have to make our own fate. Let's just go. Let's just go. The next morning, they got up and proceeded to get ready. It was Monday, so Trish had to get ready for school, so agreed to go just to see this place. Because oh, I think we already did this one. Trish got so fucking strong. Yeah, I think we already did this one. Just been a little bit. It was Saturday. Now was a regular training session between Cell. Now, regular training session between Cell and Trish was underway. The two were getting along as they usually do, and Trish was getting a better handle on everything Cell had taught her. She knew how to fly now, but didn't use it that often. She knew the Kamehameha and was a common one for her to use in sparring matches. Cell even taught her instant transmission. She mostly used that. Of course she had. She was taught how to use sense energy before any of this. God damn it, don't tell me my power level. That's illegal. It's a crime. I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. I think I'm gonna add those two to my listing, though. What was the word just recommended? One thing I have to compliment about you is that you are a quick learner. Well, it helps that I have a good teacher. They smiled at each other and stood for a moment, looking into each other's eyes. He could tell that Trish had something to ask of him. I was wondering if you want to go somewhere tomorrow. I have a band gig at a restaurant, and I want you to be there. Cell did not hesitate. He knew her true passion wasn't inviting, and they had trained their heart out as is. I'll be there. Trish smiled and nodded as they continued and finished today's training and a sparring match. Tomorrow came, and soon enough they were at Dino Moose. The band was setting up their equipment, and Anon and Cell were tasked with the other equipment. Sorry. They did the instruments. Anon and Cell did the other equipment. Even if they did not know what they were doing. Looks like there's one cord here that's just unplugged. Cell looked where Anon was pointing. Ah, it seems there he is. If we plug it in somewhere, let's see what the others have to say before we touch it. The last thing I'd want to do is touch a nerve with Trish. I got a point. Anon called out to Trish to see if she could answer his predicament. She put a hand on her snout, looking visibly annoyed. No, don't plug it in. Leave Ree to manage the cables. Well, someone might try to... No one is going to trip on a dumbass. If I see either of you touch it, especially you, Anon, you're in for a world of hurt. Trish left the room to continue getting her base set up. Well, there's the answer. Yeah, let's not ever touch that. They both exited the back room as the concert was finished setting up. The concert itself went extremely well. People were cheering on Worm Drama as they play. The band playing better than it ever has. There was nothing that could ruin the show. Ruin? Nothing at all. By the end of it, the band members were tired and everyone in the crowd had gone home. They sure did, buddy. They sure did. Oh, whoops. It was just Cell, Trish, Fang, Reed, and Anon left to clean up the place. Cell had used his levitation powers to push the Trish and put it into a bag, while the others used brooms and swept the place. He put Trish into a bag? You know, you could just pick up a damn broom. That would be inefficient. Fang shrugged at this and continued to sweep until there was nothing left to sweep. After the place was tidied and everyone went on their way home, it was just Trish and Cell. He could tell Trish had something on her mind and waited patiently until Trish had something. So I want to ask you something. What are you wanting to tell me? I like you more than anybody else. I want to be more than just friends with you. Sel looked at her confused for a moment before understanding what she was trying to say. He smiled before answering her confession. He put a hand on her shoulder. If it is with you, I'll be more than happy to. Trish smiled in response to his answer. She then hugged him hard unexpectedly. Trish gently hugged her. The prose is disintegrating! The prose is disintegrating! Trish gently hugged her back and picked her up. They stood there for some time before Jell gently let her down after hearing a voice behind them. I knew. Oh no, someone knew. Man, these chapters are picking up. Man, the prose is disintegrating. God damn. This is a fantastic fic, you have no idea. Why is no one sucking this man's dick? He's written Da Vinci. Motherfucking painting Shakespeare here out of sleeve. Sel turned around in the response to the voice. However, this individual had a lot to answer for. The mysterious individual was short with gray skin and elf-like ears. And who might you be? I'm the Supreme Kai, and I've come here to request your help. Why would you need my help? For what reason? There's a monster out there that can wipe out entire galaxies heading to your dimension as we speak. Sel was shocked at this. How would that monster even get here? With a taxi? Could you tell me something about this monster? Yes, there is in fact. Monster goes by the name Majin Buu. We used to play hacky sack together. Trish, being the most confused at this, decided to butt in. Let me get this straight. There's a monster headed in this corporeal dimension or some shit that can wipe out galaxies? Well, they need a submarine, yes. You're so fucked. That's so hopeless. Go on escaping the monster, babe. We don't know for how long you can. Sel clenched his teeth at the mention of that name. Supreme Kai could tell by the look on Sel's face that he was bothered by it. Oh, calm yourself, Sel. Now's not the time to be fighting among one another. Among us? Very well. The situation does indeed sound dire. I shall put my hatred aside. But when this is over, there will be nothing getting in between me and Son Gohan. I understand. I mean, honestly, I'm not really into it, so that's just how it is, I guess. Ooh. My throat's already fucked up, and I'm just making it worse. I'm just taking a fucking shotgun shell to the throat here. Oh, hell yeah. I got money in the bank! Despite everything, it's actually pretty good. I might just make it out of this month without... Wait a minute! Wait a minute! Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's an incongruent amount of money. What happened? Yeah, that's... Well, I'm gonna assume that makes sense then. But that is a little worrying. Whatever, man. You should know your place. I shall stop your little monster problem. My task for you is to warn the others of this. I won't let you down. Majin Buu was dominating Gohan, who was trying his best to stop the monster from entering the portal that Majin made. Majin Buu is bored of this place. You will not stop me. I will... I'll keep your hair as long as I have to. Gohan charged at him and hit the Majin with a punch that he easily caught. Majin Buu proceeded to grab him by the wrist and sling him down into the ground with all of his might, followed by a ki blast. Gohan got up from this severely injured. You're not even worth my time. Just give up. I would never do the likes of you. He charged at him only to be met by the same outcome. Majin grabbed him by his neck and threw him into the portal. Not before crushing his... Order of operations, buddy. Buu also stepped to the portal over Gohan coats his bottle. Buu likes this place. Man, this plot's fucking picking up. I like that the middle point of the story is the middle point of the excitement. The main lead from Firm Drama was in their brother's car as all of this was happening. They were tired after the concert and just wanted some rest. They doze off until they hear a buzzing from their phone and they take it out of their pocket. They see it is Trish. Confused, they pick to see what is happening, what she wants. Hey Trish, what's going on? Something happened. No, but something is gonna happen. Cement the world type shit. Trish, what are you talking about? Look, you have to believe me. Someone truly fucking evil's come this way. Trish, I think you just need some sleep. I don't know what the fuck Cell's been telling you. Fang, you need to hear me. Fang hung up. Thank you. Shit. Couldn't get through to her. Let's try and Reed then. Reed picked up as soon as he saw the it. Yo, what's up, Trish? Listen, man, I have time for small talks. And you motherfuckers on his way to kill us all. Whoa, Trish, sounds like you were smoking more carbs than I was. I'm not on drugs. This is serious. Look, Trish, as much as I want to believe you, I do want to see it. Reed hung up soon as... I like that he waited a little first. Shit, couldn't get through to any of them. See if they'd be much help in the first place. Look like I'm doing this without them knowing what's going on. I'm gonna be as strong as Cell, but this monster's getting his lights clocked out.
Is that so?
Trish turned around to see a pink skinny monster standing behind her. It was taller than Cell. It can't be a...
Well, go ahead. Knock my lights out. Boo, we'll see how you taste.
He said this while licking his lips.
Well, go ahead. Knock my lights out.
Trish, angered by his taunt, didn't give him any time to react before charging at him and throwing a flurry of punches his way, all of which only hurted him slightly. Boo proceeded to grab him by the wrist and sling her into the air and throwing some punches himself. She winced in pain as each punch landed. He landed one last punch to her face, which knocked her out of the fight completely. Landing on the ground with a powerful thud, he decided which food he would turn into next. Before he felt a powerful punch to his side, he turned to see, and of course, Cell arrived he's not just in time. Only just in time arrives just in time, because that's what just in time does. No appreciation for the classics here. So you're the monster the Supreme Kai was talking about.
Yes, I am. But, Boo's not interested in fighting you.
Ha! It seems I have already instilled fear into you. You'll have more than a taste of me by the time I'm done.
I said Boo not interested.
Boo let out a powerful yell that sent shockwaves over several blocks. Cell even winced at the sound. How kind of him. Ha! Nothing more than intimidation. Such weak tactics.
If you won't leave Boo alone, then Boo will have to kill you.
I would like to see you try. Majin angrily charged at... Oh, so sad that he's charging angrily. Can't they charge like friends? Letting out a powerful yell as he did so. Cell dodged just in time and delivered a powerful kick to his back, only making the monster slightly flinch. Cell tried hitting him with a powerful uppercut, only for Majin Buu to catch it and break Cell's arm off. He grunted in vain as it happened. Purple blood seeping onto the ground. Cell clearly wasn't done yet. I'm sorry to tell you, but it's going to take far more than an arm to defeat me. The Majin was clearly annoyed at Cell's determination. He wanted to kill him quickly, but he wanted to have some fun with him first.
Boo not interested in defeating you yet.
Cell looked at him confused. What do you mean by this?
You are too weak for Boo now. Boo gives you 5 days to get stronger.
Why would you do this?
Boo wants to kill you later, and wants you to be stronger when Boo does.
With this, Boo left somewhere else as Cell noticed Trish. He picked her up and carried on his back. Seems like we both have some serious training ahead of us. Goddamn. Holy shit. Can't be as crazy as Snoot Fic. Hell yeah. Chapter 8. You know it's a good story when I can't stop reading. We're flying from chapter to chapter. When Cell made it to Trisha's house with her in tow, the siblings looked with worry. God dang this fucking writing. Absolute cinema. Sugar, what happened? She got attacked, but is still breathing. All she needs is rest. They nodded in understanding. Cell watched over her siblings while she was unconscious, which she was for several hours. It was a fairly early job because of how easily they were intimidated by him. Little did he know, though, that someone else was watching him. Cell heard a door open behind him.
Been a long time, huh?
Cell whipped around only to see the spy standing before him. With fists and teeth clenched, he begrudgingly replied, "It certainly has, son Gohan."
Look, I know we don't have the best track record, but I want to say you softened up a lot.
I most certainly have not. Cell paused for a moment. He felt Gohan's energy drop. How was he standing before him? How are you alive? I thought Ba Chin Buu put you to an end.
The Supreme Kai managed to find my body.
As Cell heard Gohan's explanation, he couldn't care less. It was just Gohan alive so that he could kill him himself. I've every mind to kill you right now out of revenge, but you are indeed responsible for this change within me, Gohan, so I will have to thank you.
We can save the pleasantries for later. How's your training partner doing? The Supreme Kai told me everything.
If it matters, she's doing fine. She's very much alive, just unconscious because of what the monster has done.
If we don't stop this monster now, more people are gonna get hurt than just her.
The monster has given me 5 days to train, and at my current level, I don't stand a chance. If we attack it, neither of us will survive. Gohan understood this, but also knew what was at stake if they don't attack now.
You're right. We can't stop it at our current levels. But if we are to use those 5 days efficiently to get stronger, there's a place that can turn 5 days into 5 years.
What is this place she was speaking of?
I think it'd be better if I took you there. Come grab her. Let's go see the Supreme Kai.
The hyperbolic time chamber is just a place where everything becomes superlative. Very well. So grabbed Trish from her bed and followed Gohan to where the Supreme Kai was waiting, which was where the Cell game arena was.
Ah, very well, Cell. I see you brought Trish with you.
Yes, we will be training together in this room, Gohan mentioned. Supreme Kai nodded, which seems Gohan brought the idea up with him.
I will have to add that the hyperbolic time chamber is quite broken. I would need some repair. It would take a few hours.
Cell and Gohan nodded. Cell did not know that Majin Buu did before coming to this dimension, but he knew it was not good.
Well, Cell, go on now. I want you to place one hand each on my shoulder.
As soon as they did, they were teleported to a damaged watchtower. The damage was quite severe, with several cracks lining the square pattern, and the flowers looked dull and lifeless. The building itself, though, was in far worse shape. So I guess this is that room you mentioned is just through here? Cell said, pointing to the damaged building.
You would be correct.
They proceeded to go through the building and found the real door that led to the hyperbolic time chamber. They were about to enter with the Supreme Kai stop both of them.
I believe I said I would have to fix the chamber.
Sorry, I'm zoning. They both nodded and went back to the front of the tower and waited. Trish woke up in that time. Oh my god. Oh, where the hell am I?
You must be Trish,
he said, holding out a hand only for Trish to slap it away. I know who you are. You're that fucker Cell was always mentioning. Spiky hair and everything. What the hell do you want? He said this while pointing at him.
Oh. It seems true. Thank God Cell didn't fully tell you what happened that day.
Calm yourself, Trish. It's a truce now. What do you mean happened that day?
I wanted to kill Cell. You had far too many people. Not only did he absorb Android 17 and 18, the entire town of populations is gone because of him. He was also responsible for the death of my father.
He looked at him with shock. She knew he wasn't a good person, and she knew about his desire to absorb the 2 androids, but entire towns were wiped out because of him. She then slowly turned to Cell with anger in her eyes. Why didn't you tell me? You would have understood. I would have understood enough to know how truly angry or evil you are. You even feel more so for what you did? Cell paused. He kind of did, but also didn't at the same time. The silence answered it. Didn't change at all. Wait. No, Trish. Before he could, Trish flew off into the night sky, presumably somewhere where he would never find her. Cell put down his head in shame and Gohan put a hand on Cell's shoulder.
Shush, you should have changed these past 7 years. She'll come around.
I hope you're right for your sake. At this moment, Supreme Kai came in.
The hyperbolic time chamber repairs are complete. That's great news.
So out of his hand, after hearing this, they proceeded to walk towards the room where they would train for the next 4 days. My God, the writing is superlative. It sure is something. Well, we're almost done. How much more do we have to go? Not much. Why are we going back to random? It's fucking art. It's fucking art. It's fucking art. It's fucking art. As the two entered the chamber, Cell was astonished by its power. So this is where your father trained you, Gohan.
Yeah, actually, this is where I obtained Super Saiyan.
That explains everything. Your father must have found the secret of your power here. That's why he dropped out and had to take you to this place. Gohan thought for a moment.
You're probably right.
So what kind of training do you have in mind, Gohan?
We should start by perfecting our technique, so let's try that.
Perhaps you are on to something. As the two started trading their hearts out, the two. I wonder why Trish hasn't been answering. Every time I call, it immediately hangs up. Fang, being frustrated, decided to call Reed to see if he knew. She's talking to herself. Reed answered the phone as soon as he could. Reed, I was calling to ask you about something. Sure, Reed. What do you want to ask, amigo? Have you heard anything from Trish? That's a phone call talking about a monster. It's like I wasn't the only one to receive the same call. I'm at Trish's house. Hopefully she's there. Alright, call me if you need anything, compadre. Yeah, sure thing. Fang hung up and headed downstairs to the house before she could take a step outside. Fang's dad stopped them. Man, I'm glad that we're appreciating Fang's. Where do you think you're going, young lady? I told you I'm not a lady, but if you really have to know, I'm gonna check on a friend. That Anon kid. I choose to offend. No, not Anon. Trish, isn't the answer my call? I'm just gonna make sure it's alright. Not this late, you aren't. Oh, definitely am. Fang booked it out of the house without another word. Nasa, stop your sister. Nasa begrudgingly exited his room. What's going on now? Your sister just ran out of the house late at night. Alright, I'll go get her. You better, boy. Nasa ran out of the house to search for Fang, which didn't take too long at all. So where are you headed? He said this while pointing. I'm gonna check up on Trish. She's been answering my calls ever since she called me in the car. Well, in that case, I'm coming with you. Yeah, well, come tag along if you want, I guess. I don't care either way. The two went off to Trish's house. Fang already knew the way, so Nasa just tagged along. Trish's house should be around the block. Man, this sure took a while.
I can take you there to her quicker.
So, you don't have to... Fang turned around and saw a tall, big monster man Nasa. Who the hell are you?
Boo, don't talk. Boo, you know.
What the fuck? Fang grabbed Nasa by the wrist and both booked it to Trish's house, but before they could get far, they were shot by a beam that turned them both into cookies! As Boo devoured him, he said,
We'll find you both very delicious.
Holy shit, we've raised the last chapter, the final battle looms. We're done? This chapter's a bit beefier than the rest. Holy shit. I need a moment though. I need to refill my water. I'm losing my goddamn throat and I'm dying here. Just having a small pause would also just be better for my health, so I'll be back in a hot minute. let's continue on. Gohan and Cell were already far stronger. Gohan could already access Super Saiyan 2 again, which something he wasn't able to do since the Cell games. This making him of Cell far easier. Of course, over the course of the time spent, Cell solely overpowered it. Of course, over the course of the time, Cell... Jesus, man. I'm eating cheese. What do you want? Oh. That cheese. If I remember correctly, the height of your strength is at your angriest.
Well, yeah. I guess I should be angry at everything you've done. But where aren't we both? But we both aren't focusing on the past now, are we?
You would be correct. Soon enough, the 4-day passed outside the time chamber. Both the Supreme Kai and Trish could feel both of their power. Guess it's my turn then. Are you sure? Yeah, I need to be as strong as I possibly can to help you both defeat this monster. I will be stronger. Dang. I mean, plots are progressing. Characters develop. So got everything you need for a good story. Very well. You stay out here, Cell. I'm doing it on my own. I guarantee you will be better with a partner. I know, you were my teacher and everything. But I'm not ready to be stuck in a room with you. I need some time to learn to train and process that shit you should have told me. Cell nodded in understanding as Trish entered the room of spirit and time. He would not see her again for 24 hours later. By the time she got out, her clothes were battered and torn from the training. Cell could feel her ki stronger than ever. Oh wait, sorry, Kai. She's as strong as Cell when they first met, if not stronger. I'm proud of you, Trish. Trish nodded at him, smiling. It meant a lot to her. Any of you have any new clothes? I can help with that. You have any requests? What do you mean by requests? I'll give you any clothing you wish. Guess it would be better if I had some clothing made for combat. I believe I have an outfit suited for that. It's styled after the greatest warrior. Supreme Kai then shot Trish with a beam that changed her clothes into a dark purple. Listen, you can't wear skin color. You can't wear skin color like that. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. Supreme Kai, smile at this. You're going to do well, I know it. I shall be on our way. The three nodded as they placed their hands on the Supreme Kai, just rubbing him all over. Soon they were there, and they began to search for Majin Buu. I didn't take them long, because he had a huge ki since they first met. Buu was focused on attacking a random civilian, rather than the fight that he said he would have with Cell. The four approached him despite... They should have felt insulted and called out the match, but they were so courteous as to keep it going. It's good cheese, ma'am. Remember me, you chewed up piece of gum? Yeah. Oh, yes. Boo remembers you as well. You tried attacking Boo, only for it to fail because you were too weak. Well, let's see who's weak now. Trish charged Boo with everything he had, only for it to hurt him much. What? I love how I'm constantly confused. You do not go into this fight alone. Cell also charged into the fight with the Majin. Trish didn't make you know it goes hard. Oh. Give me that fat cheese hot dog. You can't hog all the fun. Gohan then turned Super Saiyan 2 and landed an uppercut right in Boo's face as Trish and Cell held him by the arms. Gohan continued to beat on Boo until he retaliated with Swift kick Gohan's chest, and he easily threw Trish and Cell off his arms. They stumbled slightly as this happened. Stumbled slightly. So what did you do while we were gone? Boo then turned to Trish, patting his stomach. Your fangs were delicious. The anger Trish had built up in this moment spilled out. You bastard! Trish then charged at Boo with anger in her eyes. She angrily beat on him, every attack doing more than the last. You'll pay for that! Trish continued to beat on with murderous intent. She shot several energy blasts at Boo, all of which hurting him massively, but still alive. Boo retaliated by grabbing Trish by the leg and slamming her several feet away. She landed onto the ground with a massive crater. Oh no, she's Yamcha. I can't believe Trish got fucking Yamcha. Some people eat potato chips while they're watching a movie. I eat grated cheese I had left over. Don't ask what I made with it. That'll be our dirty little secret. It may have been spaghetti. It may not be. Here we go. Boo approached where she landed, ready to turn her into whatever sweet Boo felt like turning her into.
Boo, like the way you taste. How about donut?
Before Boo could fire off the beam, Cell acted by landing a hard punch to Boo's side. Boo grunted as this happened and countered with a punch to Cell's face.
You'll be joining them soon.
Boo then felt a punch into his back as Gohan jumped in too. It's now or never. Cell nodded and Trish stood up, also nodding. Everyone nod. All three stood side by side, charging up Kamehamehas.
You really think that will hurt Boo?
It will. It will. It will! As the three charged it and finally unleashed it, Boo was hit with a massive beam, but by the time the beam was finished, Boo was still standing. He was badly hurt despite this. That is before Boo did something they did not see coming. He reformed his body to heal his wounds as if he were clay. Just as suspected. No matter, I planned for this. What are you? We have no other choice. Gohan nodded. He knew what Cell was about to do. Gohan, I'm going to need you to take Trish and go back to the watchtower. Gohan then grabbed Trish by the... Holy shit, we're hand-holding? Wait, what are you doing? I'm going to use my self-destructor. That's just mean. Don't denigrate your work like that, man. I think you're doing fine. What? No! I have to, Trish. You're a truly wonderful person. Perhaps we will see each other again. They did not just do the triple Kamehameha from the second... Every word stabbed Trish into the heart. She nodded with tears in her eyes. There was nothing any of them could do to stop him. Gohan then flew off where the Supreme Kai was, with Trish in tow. He was confused when Gohan and Trish arrived. What's going on? Where's Cell? I'm going to need you to take both me and Trish back to the watchtower. I'll explain later. Very well, place your hands. Both of you. Gohan then placed his hand on the Supreme Kai. Trish did so reluctantly. Soon enough, the three were back in the watchtower. Boo stood in confusion as Cell activated his self-destruct sequence and started inflating his body. This is it, Boo. Your final minutes. I will destroy you and this entire planet. Boo retaliating. Boo tried retaliating by punching Cell. Go ahead. Set me off. You're only making it faster. I will come so... The only thing Boo could do was watch in horror as Cell inflated his body to huge proportions. Oh no!
He has a kink.
Goodbye, Trish. I'll see you soon. See you later, cowboy. Those were the final words spoken before he finally exploded. Volcaldera Bluffs and the planet was completely destroyed. I love that it says Volcaldera Bluffs and the planet it was on. Because that's how we describe cities. Boo was completely annihilated in the explosion. So what happened? Go on. Cell blew himself up. Trish, with tears in her eyes, lowered her head. Didn't have to end like this. Gohan put his hand on her shoulder. He's alive, I know it. Trish raised her head at him with confusion. Confusion raises the day. Now, how do you mean by that? This wasn't the first time Cell did something like this. When he killed my father, he used it despite it destroying his entire body, Cell came back. Trish smiled with tears in her eyes, and eyes in her tears. He did it for you. You should be proud. Well, even with Majin Buu gone, his damage still needs to be undone. And the population on this planet is scarce, so we don't have any Dragon Balls to bring it back. Gohan nodded. We probably have to hit to not making use of theirs. What the hell is a Dragon Ball? See you later, Space Cow. He did not just write that. That was me. God, that was me. I said that. It's a magic orb, of which there are 7 of. If you combine it all, you can summon a dragon that grants any wish. That sounds fucking weird, but okay. Yeah, get used to it. He said while patting her on the shoulder. In that case, I'll take all 3 of you there. The two of them nodded and placed their hands on the Supreme Kai that went to Nami. My god. I gotta be honest. I'm, very impressed. This is some beautiful work. Apparently all written over the course of just a week or 2. So, yeah, Cell's weird trip. Art, absolute cinema, uncontested. There are a few works of art that can aspire to this height, and I feel like I'm wasting my efforts writing anything ever again because we've already reached the peak of all possible written literature. So if you ever want to be a writer, I'll just point you this direction and tell you to quit because you're wasting your damn time. Next week we'll be doing chapter 10. I guess. Gator on the run. And on his duel with bullies before, Mia is a special breed in this case, as she reveals a trump card against him and Olivia. Forced into a corner, the two butt heads as they struggle to entangle themselves on Mia's stranglehold on their livelihoods, on their very livelihoods. I wonder what's going to happen because one of the guys brought up some pretty good points about this. Let me read them again because, you know, they're somewhat worth having around. Who's that Sans guy? It was in the little expanded section. Da Vinci is a fucking rookie writer compared to this guy. Here we go. Where's the fucking art contest thing that I read about? Oh, there it is. And I'm interrupting Atacon because it wants to expend him because it wants to preserve it. And I'm confessing before. Atacon dies. Completely different date. Whatever different effect on him. If the Atacon dies, second altercation should be vastly different depending on how you play it. One the same, and I'm going ballistic. Yeah. I'm curious about that. I kind of want to do another stream tomorrow, but my voice needs a rest. It really does. And I need to eat this cheese. I could just read it ahead of time. Never hurts, right? I mean, I could just do a little Google. Oh my god. And now fucking kills himself. Oh, we're just keeping the scene, I guess. Well, we'll find out next time. You know, Armageddonus, I really like this guy. He's got my kind of brain where he's just very angry about stuff, and I like it. Rock Bottom is based on Redding in Northern California, not the Midwest. Huh! A weird detail. Well, like I said, see you next week. And on solos, anyone except Damien. Well, Damien's got that bro. He's got that bro force. Which is a fun game, by the way. I still don't get it. Like, that game has some weird, like, pacing going on. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just gonna go to bed. 2 minority students being harassed, blackmailed, and threatened right under his nose during the audit would put vicious fire under Scalar. Hold up. This guy's putting down some shit. Yes, I know that Anil's an unreliable narrator. It's just that sentence is the one that gets repeated ad nauseam by the fandom. The people believe that the theme is fucking gospel. That if they believe the game says solving problems for them is bad, then it becomes a fucking law of the universe. So, in other words, I'm just venting. But in reality, is rarely nice enough to choose the good. Whatever. Well, next week, be there, be square.